Hey everybody, welcome back to the video. In this next section, I wanted to show you how you can create filters that work across worksheets. And what I mean by that is, let's say you wanted on one graph to select in this case, region, one single region, and you wanted to apply that filter to another worksheet. So not only the worksheet that you're on or the graph that you're on, but also you wanted to apply that filter to another graph in another worksheet. And this works especially in dashboards and is what I think is the key to making these dashboards so interactive. So why don't we begin? As you can see here, I have the region sales graph that we created in the previous video. So we have our four regions, Central, East, South, and West, and I just selected the sales for those regions, and I just dragged region over to the color in the marks portion, marks card or marks portion of the window here, so that each region is its own color. In addition to that, I want to make another worksheet, let's say, and for this worksheet, I'm going to look at profit. So instead of sales, I'm going to double click on profit, and I want to see that profit by region again. So you can see a little bit of a different story here. In the South, we actually have some negative profit versus positive profit in the other three regions. And just to make things a little more clear and stand out a little better, I'm going to take region and put it into color. So again, we have the Central, East, South, and West color coded, so they stand out very nicely. So on sheet 1, I have the graph of sales by region, and on sheet 2, I have the graph of profit by region. And let's say I wanted to put a filter in here that shows or limits the second graph based on the region I select in the first graph. Okay, meaning if I select or click on central here, I want that then to be also reflected in my second graph of profit here, and I only want central to appear, so that we can kind of narrow things down and have a clearer understanding of what the data is telling us. In order to do that, I'm going to go to this sheet 1, back to the sheet 1, and I'm going to go up here to worksheet. I'm going to click on worksheet, and I want this to be an action. I want this filter to be what Tableau calls an action. So I'm going to click action. I'm going to click on the button that says add action. And what I'm talking about here is a filter. I want to create a filter. And I want this done on sheet 1. That's going to be my source sheet. Okay, sheet 1. So I'm going to unselect sheet 2. And over here on the right hand side, run action on, I'm going to click on select. So when I select in sheet 1 a region, I want sheet 2 to be the target sheet. Okay, so I'm going to select sheet 2. I want sheet 2 to be filtered on that region that I select in sheet 1. All right, so I think that is everything. You know what? I'm just going to select run on single select only, just so we don't have to double click on it. That should be good. I'm going to say OK. So my first filter here is going to be run on a select, and it looks like everything's OK. So I'm going to hit OK. And let's see what this does. So I'm going to select here sheet 1, central, and you can see how that filter jumped in there because of the action that I took, right? And it jumped over to sheet 2 and just showed me profit for central. So I'm going to go back to sheet 1. I had selected central, and it automatically jumped to sheet 2 and showed me profit just for central. Now I'm going to go back to sheet 1, deselect everything so that we can see everything, and sheet 2 should also be showing all the regions. Okay, so again, let's say we want to just see east. I'm going to, on sheet 1, select the east region. It should jump over to sheet 2 and show me profit just for the east. Okay, so East sales on sheet 1 and East profit on sheet 2. All right, so that's working pretty nicely. So let's say I want to create a quick dashboard based on that. So I'm going to bring sheet 1 over here, and I'm going to bring my profit from sheet 2 over here. Okay, and maybe just adjust some things a little bit so we can see everything nicely. Okay, bring this up a little bit. Actually, it's going to fill it out, so let's just keep it right there. I'm going to try to make sure everything is in this window so you can see it. And let's say this is our dashboard. We can even change the names later on to say profit by region up here. I'm sorry, sales by region up here, and then profit by region down here. And then let's say the user, my business user, is using this quick dashboard and they want to see the profit for South. So they want to narrow down on South, and you can see the bottom profit graph adjusts when you click on South in the top here and just shows you profit for the South region. Okay, that's nice. Bring everything back to normal and make sure it works for Central, and there you go. So there you have a quick interactive dashboard based on your filter that impacts or that's applied to multiple sheets. I know this was very basic and very quick, but I hope I hope it showed you the concept. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.